Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sunny D. Welcome to tonight's show. It is October 12th, 2017. Say hi everybody.
Hey.
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Clint.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles.
And I'm the special guest, Mia. How are you?
This guy is so excited.
I am. I'm smiling super hard.
Oh,
happy to have.
We're excited to have you, Mia.
Yes, happy to have
you. Thank you. You guys, this is my first time.
Oh, sorry. If you're listening right now, guys, you're on blogtalkradio.com/G.F.T Radio show. If you want to call in tonight, you like our conversation, call in. Phone number 657-383-1155. I'm not waiting until 10:15. You call in 5 minutes after we start this show, and we start talking about, actually we're going to do 10:15. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. But definitely call in and get your points and your views up on the show. If you guys are too shy, tweet us at GFT_radio, so that way we can read your tweets and read them on the air or discuss them on the air. We're going to briefly go through how everybody's week was. So our special guest, Mia, you want to take it away?
How our week went?
Yeah, how was your week thus far?
Oh, so far so good. Pretty average week. Nothing spectacular, but, just an overall good week. I woke up every day. Shit, I don't know. It was a good week. Looking forward to Friday.
Right? Clint?
Definitely. Oh, well, my week was very, very, very wonderful. Spent time with my daughter, as I usually do. Outside of that, just regular work, grind, but, nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular over this side. You feel me? Willie
that's all spectacular. That's live.
Yeah.
Y'all going to call me out.
Right to the carpet.
Right. Well, my week, you know how my week went. My week was spectacular. Spent time with my girl down in L.A. We had an awesome time. We had had some family down there with us. We just, seen everything, did everything, tried to do everything. You know how we do it, and just had a great time down in L.A. Sightseeing, shopping, eating, everything. Went to the beach. Did a little bit of everything. Even did a little road trip at the end, so it was nice.
Hashtag low-key hating. Willie always
right. And hashtag where's your brother?
Right? No. He was just traveling everywhere. He go on vacation like every fucking week. I hate him. I want to be a part of it. I asked him to adopt me, and this nigga still ain't adopt me.
The paperwork is pending, so it's pending. They keep telling me. They keep telling me any day now.
Yeah, you're moving way too slow.
Again, tell your brother to call me.
Right.
No, but my week was cool. I just want to say, as a parent, kids should not be allowed to get sick on long weekends when they're home. When they got off on a holiday on a Monday and they home for like 4 days, 3 days? That's too much. I don't like it. Like, you should not be sick during the weekend. It was like the beautifulest weekend ever, and I was trapped in the house with a sick kid and a stalking toddler. So that's how my week started off. I was ready to kick their ass out on Tuesday. As soon as my son's bus came, he was outside. Matter of fact, we were already outside on the doorstep when the bus pulled up. Like, just get him. Thank you. Like,
oh wow.
My daughter got to be at school at 7:30, so she was gone before I even got myself together to get out to bed. So I was just like, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna need kids not to get sick on a weekend, let alone a 4-day weekend, because it really sucks. Other than that, my week, I've had the best, most pettiest week ever, and I loved it. I loved this week. This week was this some childish pettiness going on behind the scenes in my life, and it was hilarious. So I'm glad this week has come to an end, because I'm going to try to put my petty away on Friday. Right. Well, we're going to jump right into this topic now. I know we all can talk about this topic for hours and hours and hours. Y'all know about them screenshot masters, the people that screenshot everything for whatever reason they choose. So the topic tonight,
everything.
Yeah, everything. They screenshot shit for dumb reasons. But anyway, some screenshots are all in fun and some is just a hot-ass mess. So the question of the night is, screenshots more for evidence or is it just a setup for a whole bunch of drama and messiness? Who want to huh?
I said, or are
or
you
what?
screenshotting? Because I started screenshotting to save things faster. It never was intended to, as evidence or to shame anybody or to prove something to somebody. I honestly used to screenshot to save things faster. Like, if I had to download something in my email or something like that and, I couldn't get to a printer fast enough, but I needed it right then, I would screenshot that message from my email and have it on my home screen, or to have it in my picture so that way I could get to it faster. Or if I checked the balance on my card or my statement from my bank account, I would screenshot it when I would log on to the, just so I could have it at hand when I needed it. If I needed to, reiterate it to somebody, it would be on hand. Now, screenshot
the whole life alone.
Yeah, it's the whole lifestyle. I'm a screenshotter. You know what I mean? That's coming like I'm a blogger. I'm a you know what I mean? Like,
right, it's a profession.
You
screenshot. It's a profession. It's a legit profession.
It's definitely a
You got some
profession now.
professional screenshot masters. You do. You have people that screenshot every fucking thing. And this is my question because I witnessed in the not in the last couple of weeks because screenshot been around for a good while. People just posting shit left and right. But my thing is, I feel like people are taking it completely out of context and just doing it to just have proof. Have proof of what? Like, you can't even have conversations with people nowadays because somebody might screenshot that shit and send it to somebody that you ain't even fucking talking to.
Right.
Like, you had a whole conversation with them about some shit. You could have been saying some personal ass shit. And all of a sudden, J. Crew got your whole goddamn screenshot and oh, girl, you're
Petty guy is about to jump in now. Petty. Now, you see how excited and energetic Sonny is talking about screenshots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you trying to call me out? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm about to call you out. I'm about to call you out. Now,
about to go down.
All screenshots aren't harmful or malicious.
Exactly.
At all. You know what I mean? But sometimes, I remember me and Son, it was after a show. And you know how after we do our shows, we stay on the line and we have a little quick discussion, whatever, about our next show, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, then we hung up, and then I remember something, and I text Sonny. You know what I mean? She texted me back. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go get me some snacks or something from the store.
Oh, my God. You bringing that up, though?
See,
It is hell.
The truth comes out.
Yeah. So next thing you know, she talk about, we start talking about food. We just got into a real quick food conversation randomly out of nowhere. You feel me? So it was over. Next morning, I wake up. Our conversation is on Facebook.
Oh, my God. It was not that serious. It was something funny.
But that's my point, though.
I get you.
Sometimes, that conversation between me, what if I didn't want nobody to know, that we was having that conversation? You never know what my situation was.
Okay. I could dig it. Respect. Touche, dude.
You know what I mean? Next thing, it was just live and direct. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? But it was all fun. It was harmless. It was meaningless. It ain't. You know what I mean? But I'm saying,
I would never do nothing like that.
But the point that he making is where is definitely where this conversation is going, right? Is that people will screenshot stuff and you don't even you don't realize how vulnerable your words can be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The things that you say, the things that you put out there, and you thinking you having a private conversation, and next thing you know, it's out on social media, it's out on the web.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, or it's being discussed among people that you don't want to be in
secret group chats. Right? Yeah, I can honestly say I'm glad to be a part of this discussion tonight because I am a victim of that. Part of the reason why certain things happen recently is because I was a victim of that. I was actually being screenshotted and talked about in a social media private group or a sector of a group on Facebook. I mean, how do they do that? You got a group of a group, you know? And I was actually, my screenshot was being discussed amongst other people, and I had no idea. And I'm all steady. I'm steady in this group, la, 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 you know, just the buzzing in the group and creating buzz in the group. And the whole time, things that I posted or things that I might have said, or if I flirted with someone, or if I, you know, anything that I probably did was probably screenshotted and discussed in this group, and I had no idea until it came out. Another thing is, you know, when you screenshot people, you know, you got to be careful who you screenshot and stuff to and sending it to and discussing it with, because you don't know who knows who. And when it gets back to you that, hey, you're being talked about in this group and I know what you did last summer, you like, well, damn, you know what I mean? And then it starts a whole nother situation, because you like, you know who you sent that text to, or you know who you sent that picture to, and now it's screenshotted and being passed among, you know what I mean? So it just creates a way bigger problem, you know what I mean? And that's why, and it has dimmed down communication so much. Like, I don't even want to call nobody. Like, I didn't, you know, I'm lucky to even be talking to y'all three tonight, because I don't be wanting to be on the phone. But you know what? You know, I'd rather be on the phone than text. I don't like texting. I will not text you. I am not a texter. I'm not a huge texter. And it's kind of contradictory to say, because I'm always on Facebook, but I'm not a huge texter when I'm conversing with someone. I cannot text you a whole message. I have to call. At some point, I got to call. We're not about to sit here and write novels to each other. I have to pick up the phone and call you, and even then, I have to worry about being recorded, because now they have these phones where they can record your whole conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I don't like too.
In the inbox,
if
like you share,
the context.
Right.
It's like,
right.
You know, with the screenshots, and even when somebody's showing you an old message, and even with the example I said about Sarita.
Oh, whole government. That's how you gonna do me?
My bad, son.
Wilson, what?
and it's recorded.
Junior, add Junior to it. But not
right?
Junior.
But it's like, it's out of sometimes stuff could be taken out of context. You don't know, you know, and then like you could spin the conversation any way you want it.
You could delete texts. Like when you screenshot, here's my problem with screenshots. People say when you texting somebody, whether it's on social media or on your regular text message, you can delete part of the message so it can look like this person is really doing X, Y, Z, and you were saying something in between, but what you were saying is not there anymore. So when people say that screenshots are the gospel, it's not, because I can go right now into a whole text message I text somebody that I know and start deleting some of my stuff, deleting everything, and then just looking like this dude, like, you know, just doing all this extra shit, and I'm just like, what you doing? And it's not really like that. So people can't really say that this whole screenshot of the conversation is factual, because you can delete your portion. You can delete some of their shit.
Right, and you know that I mean that's on a lot of the DMs messages too now. You know, I believe WhatsApp and Facebook allow you to delete messages, individual messages. You know, so it's definitely not the gospel. You definitely can't go off of that for the context sometimes, because some people can manipulate things. Now, you know, I also know people who will manipulate the screenshot irregardless of if they can delete it or not, because like I have Hangouts. I use Hangouts for my text messaging, and we're not allowed to delete stuff because I think Google pretty much knows, you know, people going to be shady with it. But the thing is, you know, with some crop magic, shoot, you don't have to worry about having to delete, because you delete it right from the image. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's my thing. It just totally takes away context. You can spin the conversation any way you want, and then like you don't know, you know what I mean? Like that's why I love the meme Sonny put up about the show. Like,
yeah, I love that fucking
I mean, I don't care about the screenshot. I know what the fuck I said.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
I can show you a whole conversation with nothing deleted. But if you don't know the emotion behind it, you don't know a backstory behind it, you may read it totally different than how it's supposed to be read.
I read it, right.
You know what I mean? Like, it happened to me. I had my boy be like, man, I'm arguing. She wild. Check, look at this. Tell me where I'm wrong at. You feel me? And I'm reading it, and I'm like, damn, he's wrong. Everything he right.
Yeah.
Everything he touched, he's wrong. He's like, nah, man. I'm like, I'm agreeing with her, and he's like, you don't understand the content. You don't understand how it really started, the backstory behind it, why a person is acting that way. So
yeah,
like,
so you can start conversation on the phone and then hang up and start texting.
Exactly.
And
you don't understand how people communicate.
Again. Yeah, and then start again.
Because like
exactly
me and my
what I do. I'll be texting and then I'll call.
Like you and your, like, say you get in an argument with your mate. Y'all may talk to each other a certain way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like y'all may be, like, I know when I talk to my friends, like sometimes if somebody was to hear us converse, they'll think we was arguing or being highly disrespectful to each other. But no, that's just the way we talk and we communicate. And we know exactly what we're saying, getting our point across and no feelings hurt. But somebody else may be like, nah. You know, and that's the same way when you reading them messages, like you don't know. You feel me? You can't just take somebody's word. You don't know the other side of the story, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take one side of the story.
But this is how I feel about, like I said, that meme that I found. I love that fucking meme because I put it like this. I'm in that same group Mia was in after, and Clinton, you were in it at one point in time too. And it's like, I feel like this. If I post something in there, that's because I'm grown. I post what the fuck I want to post. You don't got to show me what I said. I know what the fuck I said. I can tell you what I said because I know me. So you don't have to, like, you can screenshot anything that I put in that group, and at the end of the day, my response is going to be, so what the fuck? I'm grown. I post what the fuck I want. I could post fuck all you bitches and keep it pushing. Oh, did you see? She said fuck all these bitches and screenshot and send it to everybody. Did you say that? Bitch, I didn't see it on the print. Damn right I said it. I said it. It's just the fuck I said. Like, I don't, and that's like, I feel like that. Go ahead.
Right, but the thing is that people don't own what they say sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, some people don't know how to own their own their conversation, not the conversation, but you know, their narrative. And the thing is that, you know, like you said, that meme that speaks to people who own what they say and own what they do. You know, my thing is, basically my whole Facebook is public. My Facebook is public for the simple fact that everything I post on there, everything that I say on there, I own it. And I'm going to stand behind it. You know, that's my thing, is that I'm not going to put something on there that I got to hide from, because my thing is that I want to be able to show that, hey, I'm real. You know, I'm not going to hide from what I say. I'm not going to hide from what I do. You know, I mean, there's a time and a place for everything, and that's to be said, and that's to be handled. But the thing is that if you own your narrative and you own who you are, you can be like that. You can feel that confident. But a lot of people ain't like that. I mean, it's too many people who hide behind keyboards. A lot of people hide behind keyboards. A lot of people hiding behind personas. You know, I mean, my you know, I Willie Styles is definitely not my name, of course. But the thing is that Willie Styles is something that I own. I own Willie Styles. Willie Styles is a persona that's a part of me. It's not something that I hide behind. It's not something that I fake or that I do in the streets and then don't do at home. No, it's something that I own. You know, so you can't be out here pump faking and then not expect to be called out on it. So that's the thing. People got to understand. You will be called out.
That's one thing I'll say. Like, you got to be the same. Like you said, you got to be the same person you are all around. You can check my you can check the podcast. You can check my fucking regular blogs. You can check my Twitter. Any social media site I'm on, I am the same person you see on the internet. I'm random and I outburst, and I say what the fuck I feel like with Facebook, what the fuck I'm thinking, it's just on there. Like, some stuff I do kind of pull back because I don't want, like I said, I got a lot of people following me, so, like, it's not that I'm censoring myself. It's just that I mind what I say because I got a lot of people on my thing. But at the end of the day, you getting me. You're getting a part of who I am. I don't post everything on Facebook like people think I do, but I do post a lot on Facebook. A lot of my thoughts are on Facebook, and that's how I feel. So like you said, you got to hold true to what you say, what you put out there. The same thing like we talked about when we talked about the sex tape and this and that. When you put stuff on Facebook, you have the expectation that people are going to see how they feel about it and stuff like that, and then you got to own up to what you did. If you did that and you posted on any any type of social outlet, you have to own what you did. And so that way, when somebody tries to throw in your face, you're like, yeah, and keep it pushing. Like, yeah, I know I did that, bitch, and whatever. You don't got to screenshot that and send it to me, but you already know. I did it. So, stuff like that. So, but I think that people just, and it's one thing when like I say, when people try to lie and try to be not themselves or try to present themselves as one way and we know it's another way. At the end of the day, this is how I feel about that. Somebody can tell me a lie all day, every day, and that's third. Yeah, I can screenshot our conversation and prove a point, but I don't have to because at the end of the day, I know what's true because I was there. I don't got to prove it to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to screenshot our conversation just to say, oh yeah, no, he lied. He said this, that, and third. No, I know what the fuck he said, and he know what he said to me, or she know what she said to me, and we're done. I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. None of you motherfuckers are paying my bills. I got to prove shit to none of you.
On the flip side, though, I don't think there's certain circumstances to where you can have a conversation with somebody years ago, right? And you could be feeling and strong in whatever point or stance you had in that conversation then. That don't mean you got to hold on to that same feeling 3 years later.
Yeah.
True. That's very true. That's very true.
So, like, if I said something, you feel me? Say I'm texting me, I'm like, damn, me, I love you. I'm this, that, and the third, whatever. You feel me? And she screenshot and hold on to that. And then 3 years later, she tried to, look with it, like, and?
He told me he loved me. Like, come on.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, that was then. Like, ask me how I feel now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so, like, sometimes, yeah, you can own it. You, all right, whatever, I said it, but, like, don't hold me to that. You feel me? Like, don't
that was
screenshot that.
That was 3 years ago.
And I mean, and that's the thing is that you gotta. It's all about context. That goes again to context, right? Because the thing is that at that time, the context of your story was that you was in love, or that you did this, or that you did that, or you believe this, or you believe that. At some point or another, your world changed, or your viewpoint changed, and people do have to understand that. A lot of people don't. They're gonna hold it against you. They're gonna call you out for it, but they got to understand that people change. It's not like we get stuck in a hole and we never can come out. You know what I'm saying? So people have to understand that at some point or another we grow up, or we get a different perspective. Maybe we get kids and it changes our viewpoint, or maybe we get religion and it changes our outlook. Whatever the case may be, there's a way to change people, and you can't hold something against a person forever, especially if they are genuine in the fact that they've changed and they say, hey, you know what, I don't think like that anymore. I mean, that's a lot of things that I did. I was just having this conversation with somebody one day about, the difference between me 20 years ago and the difference between me now. I didn't have kids 20 years ago. I didn't have this, that, and the other 20-something years ago. I didn't have the job I have, or the career outlook, or the path I was on. It's different, so I'm a different person to a point. So, whatever I was saying or doing back then, I'm a own up to it. But the thing is that, hey, I'm a different man. I don't grew up, I don't change, and I got kids, I got teenagers, I got grown folks that I'll take care of. And the thing is that I have a different viewpoint on life now. I've grown, I've gotten wiser. Because I swear to God, I wish I'd known half of what I know now back then. I'd probably be a lot better off right now. But the thing is that people have to understand that and give you that benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so I have a question. So in this day, like currently, all right, say recently you had a conversation with somebody, like Clint said, but it was a different kind of conversation. Y'all was just talking like, say y'all was sexting, just having a whole full-blown, just all over the place sexy episode. Y'all just going at it, back and forth, pick for pick, conversation, just a whole bunch of shit. And all of a sudden, you find out that shit is all on Facebook because you was talking, like, say you was talking to two different females, or for us ladies who talking to 2 different guys, and you were sending them all the stuff, and then one guy thought he really had you, and then he really found out that somehow ended up on social media, and that's not, like, basically you were basically playing dipping and dabbing in 2 different pools, and now you got caught up because it's on Facebook. You know, if you find out that just your messages were screenshot and on Facebook for the world to see.
What was say the scenario again? What was the scenario?
So, like, say you're a guy or a female, or a female dating somebody or dating 2 different people, right? And y'all having some type of you and one of the people are having like a little sexting kind of episode. Y'all going back and forth, you know, text for text about you know what you gonna do to them, pictures being sent and stuff like that, whatever. And then you find out a couple days later that shit got up on Facebook.
Right. You said sexting. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, sexting. Like y'all going like it's just all out there, and then it ends up on social media because not the person that the person you talked to screenshot it and was sending it to their friends and it's showing them, and then somehow it ends up on Facebook. How would you feel?
No, I mean that's a violation. I mean you feel violated. You feel I mean because the thing
betrayed,
is like that's personal betrayed. Exactly.
And the thing is, I'm confronting the person who I texted because how did another person get it if you didn't send it? And my thing is, don't just send what I wrote, send what you wrote as well. If you're gonna do all of that, it's right. But don't half step with it. That's number one. Number two, you're sending it like somebody ain't gonna back up what they said. You know what I mean? You're sending it like it's a joke or, it's going to be a joke for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, okay, y'all laugh, but if it comes to me, is it going to devastate me because I sent it? I'm not going to put out into the universe what I don't want out there. You know what I mean? That's just like a picture. I ain't going to take no picture and put it up on social media if I don't want anybody else to see it because it's a possibility. Everything you put up there, it can be seen by anybody. That's just a given. So I'm not going to send no text that I don't want put out there because that's just the way of the world now. Once it hits the other side of somebody's phone, it's vulnerable. It's community property. You know what I mean? Because you never know. That person could lose their phone and somebody pick it up. You know what I mean? So, it's just you don't put out, when it comes to screenshot, and don't put out what you don't want out. That's why I don't text. If we're talking, we're going to talk. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to talk. And even then, like I said, you got to watch what you say. If you don't want nothing said, that you don't want nothing repeated, then watch what you say because people can record you too. That's the new screenshot, recording somebody. They got the phones that record conversations now. You know what I mean? You don't even know you're being recorded, and next thing you know, a person could bring up your whole conversation. And then there's another thing in the inbox where you could do voice recordings. They did that to slim down screenshots. But even then, you can share that.
Right, true.
Wow.
You can share that. The voice message, when you voice it, they did that to dim down screenshots. And I thought somebody thought they were so slick one time talking about another person, and they just kept going in on the voice messaging. And, a person can just share it with the person you're talking about. Put it in their inbox.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you don't want certain stuff put out there, don't put it out there. You know what I mean? Because once it hits social media, once it hits even somebody else's ears, you're opening up for an open forum. You know what I mean? It's a possibility somebody else gonna hear what you said or know what you did.
They're not safe, so you got to be mindful who you talk to. Like something,
right.
and what I did to Clint about our joke about the food, it could go left.
Right. And then, like I said, then you have to wonder if you even bothered by it all, because it's like this won't happen in regular life anyway. If no social media existed, it would just be the talking thing. Watch what you say around people. So has it always been the rule? It's always been like that.
Well,
screenshot just enhanced the don't tell nobody. You know what I mean? It just enhanced the don't tell nobody what I said, but such and such, such and such. Screenshot just enhanced that part.
That reveals their character. That reveals their character. So now, I'm thankful you did that. You feel me? Because now you already exposed who you are. So now I don't have to deal with you. I know not to deal with you on no level because I can't trust you. You feel me? So I don't want to be around people I don't trust anyway.
Right.
So once you
and Red,
told me
that's what I meant.
Trust you.
That's what I meant at that day when I left it. Well, when I got kicked out of the group, so to say. That's what I meant that day. Like, I don't want to be in a group where I can't trust that when I write something, it won't be screenshot and sent to the next person. If we're all a group, you guys see it anyway. So what's the purpose of taking my post, screenshotting it, and sending it to someone you constantly you put in the group, kick them out, put them in, kick them out when things are not going your way? You're sending my personal post that I'm making in the group to this individual that you kicked out the group. You know what I mean? So that was my thing. I was like, I don't want to be in a group, and I'm not going to support a group where I can't post something without it being. It's supposed to be a secret group now, right? Yeah. So I'm not posting nothing where my secret group post can make it outside of this secret group. That's messed up. All because of a screenshot. You know what I mean?
And I also now I want to play devil's advocate. Too.
Right.
Okay. Well, we kind of just touched on it. We also have to be responsible for what we say and who we say it to, and what we put out there. Now, Sonny brought it up earlier. The sex tape show. You remember that we did the sex tape show?
I remember that, yeah.
The sex tape show happened. Why, really? Because in that same group, something got out of the group that wasn't supposed to get out the group.
Right.
Right.
But I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at that. I wasn't mad when my stuff got.
But that's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I'm just saying I wasn't mad even when my stuff got out. It was just I didn't know. Like, it was being talked about and I didn't know. Like, I'm studying this group, la, 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 and the whole time my stuff is being screenshot. Now, they knew. It was reported back to them ASAP. Oh, your video made it outside the group. This chick been doing this since last year. I was gone. I was down south. And she been screenshotting my stuff since last year, and I had no idea until just recently. So how many weeks ago was that, Red? Like a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I've been out the group now. And I was kind of like devastated because I'm like, all this time I'm posting, so what else did you screenshot? Theirs was immediately brought to their attention, and they, like, because it was a sex tape, I guess it went quicker than me, but like, they knew, like, people came back or people outside told them because they came back in the group to address the group. Now, it was some people in the group who hadn't even seen the video yet, due to work or not just being on that day. But they brought the attention back to the group to let it be known that they were that it was shared outside of the group. And everybody looking at them like, or everybody in there acting like they're so shocked, but it's like, you put that out there, what you thought was going to happen, And for all I know, the guys who did the tape, you put it outside the group. You know what I mean? For all we know, we don't know who did it.
I think the biggest lesson is, I think the biggest lesson is, everything ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
Right.
My old head used to always tell me that. Clint, everything ain't for everybody. You feel me? It's stuff like, sometimes your right hand ain't supposed to know what your left hand doing.
Right.
That's life. You feel me? So, because when you put stuff out there, people talk.
Exactly.
People always talk. Like, we know this. So when it goes to screenshot, when, my thing is intentions. That's what I wanted to get at. You feel me? Like, what was your main intention? Was it cruel? Was it, just
I
trying
think
to be
in for me, it was.
And that's the thing. It's like, why?
Like, so, this. Here's a lot of things. You didn't like her for whatever reason. You had an issue where, and this is your as a group admin. You created this group. You don't like somebody. That's like, to me, having somebody on your Facebook that you don't like as your friend on Facebook. Why? So you go out what they're doing and be mad. Like I don't have. We're too old for that. We're too half of them older than us. You're too old for that. So you have to be mindful of, like, if I don't like you, like I said on my Facebook, if I don't like you, you're not be my friend on Facebook. I don't understand how people, but people do that all the time on social media. They don't like somebody, but they friends with them on Facebook, and they go back and forth with a meme war or just backhanded.
That's when screenshots become. This is when screenshots become messy. It's not for evidence purposes. It's not for reminder purposes. It's simply because I don't like you. So I'm going to screenshot stuff you say, and I'm going to send it to people and laugh about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
I had somebody it wasn't a screenshot.
Every time you post something that will confirm my theory of you, I want to screenshot it and paint this picture to defame your character. I'm going to screenshot and then, try to make it seem like other people. See what I mean? She posted stuff like this. This is why I feel like she liked this, that, and the third. And my thing is, that's fine and dandy, but if you don't really know a person, like I said, screenshot. It depends on the person who feels like a screenshot is what it is, or a screenshot is that detrimental. I don't take it to heart because, like I said, whatever we put out there, you got to know it's going to be criticized. It's going to be talked about. You don't care whether you care or not. It's going to happen. If you got to question the person, the person who does it, you question them. But the person that it's about, you got to find out if they really care or not. Because if you don't care, then just let the person screenshot. Proof always comes out later on. Like, prime example, I'm out of the group, and people are dropping like flies out of the group because they're starting to see what the problem is. And all I did was touch bases on what the problem was. I'm tired of people screenshotting, and I'm tired of there being side chatter when this is supposed to be a group. I feel like if this is called No Holds Barred Group, and I don't think I was supposed to say the group name, but it is what it is. I'm not scared. If this is supposed to be a No Holds Barred group, it's really supposed to be No Holds Barred, meaning I should be able to say what I need to say with you, have it be that, and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be a secret group within a secret group. I just felt like that was, redundant. But okay, whatever.
But this is the thing is that you have that everywhere though, right? There can be side chatter in group text, right? You get in a group chat with some people that, group iMessage or group text, and, people will have side chatter in a separate little private conversation or even a private group conversation outside of the main group. And you see that all the time, and it's sad because these are supposed to be your friends or these are supposed to be your people or whatever the case may be, and it happens because there's a situation that somebody don't like. And I'll own it right now. I've done it. I've had side conversations with people outside of the group chat or outside of the group conversation because, maybe there's a person in the group that is too sensitive to hear what we got to say, or they may, be saying something or doing something, and everybody's like, how do we handle this, or what do we do about this with this person? Either it be malicious or not malicious. I generally try to stay non-malicious, but the thing is sometimes, things have to be said right on the side. It's like, hey, I understand that.
We have plenty of side conversations. We have conversations about, like I said, me and her had that. Did you see that petty shit? Like, and we laugh about it, or we talk about, like, what we noticed. Like, okay, so if I notice something, like, if I notice some craziness going on in the group, I'm like, wow. And when she was in the group, me and her were like, yo, you saw that? Like, yeah, like, you missed that, this, and the third? Like, that shit crazy. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on behind the scenes, but they need to work that shit out. Or me and her would just have a conversation about, like, just a bunch of group crazy antics. Like, it's something, like a bomb could go off in that group about something crazy, and me and her like, wow, like, bitch, I missed it. She's like, you didn't see that? And I'm like, no, but I was working, and then she catches me up on the craziness, and then I got to follow up on, because we both was in the group at the time, and then I'm missing shit out. I'm missing out on stuff. So it's like, oh, we catch it, and then it's like, wow, that's crazy as hell. Like, they in here going for blood real quick, like, off of some craziness, and it's like, wow. But, like, that's the conversation that we have. Or if something happened, like when the shit went down with her, me and her had a conversation. I also had a conversation with the other person about, like, the stuff that because they sent me screenshots, and I had a conversation with them. I didn't I didn't get the real screenshots, but I got some screenshots, and I addressed that person accordingly and was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, you know, just that and the third, and I spoke my piece on that, and I let it be. Because at the end of the day, Mia's her own person. She can do what the hell she wants to do. She can say what she wants to say, and she's grown. But, like I said, you do, like Clint said, you do have to own what you put out there. Because I remember a few years back when I had put out on Facebook. I'm sorry, huh?
No, I was going to say, with that situation, though, with, like, that group right there, see, it's like that right there is a free-for-all.
Yeah.
I say it's a free-for-all because you don't know nobody personally. Some people you may know,
right.
You feel me? Like, y'all don't have no vested
interest. You don't know
interest.
everybody. Right.
Yeah, and there's no vested interest in anything. Now, take us, for example. Now, I mean, take us, for example. We, the G.F.T crew, you feel me? We have our group chat where we discuss things with the show. You understand? Now, it may be something like I would like, you know, everything should be discussed amongst us, but it may be something technical that, you know, Willie, you know more than I do. So if you go to him, like I don't consider that side chatter.
Yeah.
Feel me? You just went to him because you knew he could handle it. Now, if y'all having conversations about the show or where the show should go without me, then that's an issue.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel me? Then that's an issue. Because we're all got vested interest in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our conversations should never really stray from the group chat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
True.
So it should be no reason for us to screenshot. So if we're screenshotting something, this is what I'm talking about, intent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we all having a conversation, say me and Willie may disagree about something. You feel me? And I screenshot it. Why?
Yeah.
Because the only reason why I would screenshot that is because I want to hold it over. I want to have an aha moment. You feel me? I want to have an aha moment on it. You feel me? So like, it's being an asshole and being petty for no reason. Where we could just really just had a damn discussion right then and there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like circumstances change it.
It's everything.
Like, those, I mean, y'all situation y'all talking about, to me, it's like you can see that kind of coming because it's a free for all.
Exactly.
You feel me? So some stuff people just gonna snatch. You know, it's some people in there, you know that you completely don't know. Oh, she posted that. They don't understand. You may be joking, or you know, it may be it's stuff I posted in there. You feel me? That was really only directed to like 4 people that was in there, because I know they'll get the joke.
Yeah.
Knowing that everybody else may not get the joke, then what the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know that going in. But like Mia said, it's like at a point, I don't care. I put it out. I know what I said.
Yeah, that's,
you know,
like I said,
that.
I post a lot of random shit in there. Like me, y'all know I post the most randomest shit that day. Like if I woke up and I thought some old random ass shit, I do something I do on my Facebook. It just might be a little bit more vulgar in the group. Like, you know, I might say some old fucked up shit that I probably won't post on my regular Facebook, but I'll post in that group. Like I post just whatever the fuck I want. So I don't, like I said, I don't know them people. I don't trust people. Like I said, I'm like that with anybody. Same way I am in that group, same way I am in person. I don't trust people. So you like, I trust people. Like,
so let me ask you this though. Let me ask y'all this. Does it hurt more when somebody screenshots something to do that from somebody that's close to you, or some random person that you really don't know? Like,
well, I think of course a person that you think has a vested interest in you, or you have supposed to have a vested interest in each other, of course it's going to hurt more at that point. And I think you'll be quicker to forgive if the person can explain or can regain your trust about the situation, because maybe it was a misunderstanding or something like that. But I know that if I'm in a group chat with some people who are either, you know, associates or just people that are, you know, like in a Facebook group or something like that, and a situation happens like that where they misuse my trust or they misuse my vulnerability, you know, they you know, misuse my vulnerability at that moment, then there's no going back. You know what I'm saying? I'm quicker to not to say hold a grudge, but my thing is I can forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget. And I'm definitely not about to let you get back inside. I'm definitely not about to let you get back inside and do this again. So, you know, there's no way in the world that you coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't misuse my trust and not.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. Go ahead, Mia.
Oh no, I was saying that's how I felt in that situation too, because both things happened. A friend that I trusted, we had text messages amongst each other because we actually used to deal, and he sent them to the creator of the group, trying to prove, I guess, to her that we messed around before, but you know, we're not messing around now, because he was trying to get at her. And that's how she had our text messages. So she took it upon herself because it was a situation where she thought, you know, you got one up on me because you messed with him before. So she tried to assassinate my character because deep down she probably really wanted to talk to him, and she couldn't just wrap her mind around the fact that I dealt with him already. She had a complex of not wanting to be like everybody else. But, you know, when you're dealing with that person, you're dealing with everybody else and what they had to go through with that person. So, you know, I'm just the type of person, if I dealt with you, I can remain friends with you because I dealt with you. Like, you know, what type of junk is that where you mess around with somebody or you've been intimate with somebody and you can't talk to them? Like, I've never had situations like that, you know?
Yeah. Got a question for you. So let me ask you something. Is that actually his fault or her fault?
It's both. It's his fault because I came at him because my texts were to him. What we talked about should have never ran past her, and I cut him off. And I was upset with her only because you tried to put it in the group. You brought it to the group. Whatever 1, 2, and 3 was going through, and I didn't even know we were going through anything. You should have kept it between us 3. What she could have done, but like I said, everybody doesn't think like me, so I'm not even going to say that. But what I would have done, I'll speak like that. What I would have done is, if I felt some type of way, was to let you know, like, listen, you know, he screenshots about you, you know, you taking pictures with him, but not screenshot. He talks about you and then screenshot that. You know what I mean? To me. If you search a screenshot what he said to you, to me. Why does it have to be in the group first? So now you used it to assassinate my character to the group. And I did nothing to you. But you're mad because I took a picture with this individual at a cookout. And it was nothing geared towards her. But now she started a war with screenshots to other people, everybody except me. That's where I was mad at. I wasn't mad about what was said in the private group. I wasn't even mad about text that other people may have saw. I'm mad because you're telling everybody else but me. You know what I mean? So I had to go back to him, like, you know, what is she talking about? You know, what kind of screenshot she got of my conversation with you? You know? And he like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then somebody from the group screenshotted me my text messages. You know what I mean? That I sent months ago, like, you know, probably year before last. You know? So I've been, you know, it happened to me on both sides. Somebody I trusted sent screenshots to somebody I didn't know. And both of them did the same thing, shared it without my knowledge with other people.
Well,
so
I guess that's the question.
The same hurt both ways, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess that's the question is do you feel that your messages or your texts, you know, if they would have put you in the conversation when they posted it, or if they would have told you that it happened, or that it was happening, that they were posting it, would that make it any better though? Would that make it any less?
I think if she would have came to me, because it depends on when it comes to that type of stuff. It depends on the scenario. The scenario was it was a misconception that I was what's the word I'm looking for, Red? It was an insinuation that I was trying to make fun of her situation with this individual, but I had no idea that they talked. I had no idea that they were getting together or whatever. He's an old friend of mine. I seen him at a cookout. We were just messing around. Since we both were in the group, we made a joke. We made a joke about him in the group where I took a picture, and the joke was about him. She took it as an indirect jab at her because at this juncture she's dealing with him. And I had no idea. Mind you, I just got back here from Florida, so I don't know anything. I didn't know it was like that between them. So it went way left in the group, and the assumption was that I took a jab at her, and because she knew we dealt, because they talked about it before. She might have asked him, have you ever dealt with anybody in the group? And he was honest with her, like, yeah, I dealt with a couple people in the group. I just happened to be one of them. So when she seen that post with me and him, she automatically thinks either he's trying to jab her or I'm trying to jab her. But mind you, I think she was geared more towards him. I think she was thinking more he was trying to jab her and that he was using me to jab her. So she's mad at me, like, because one of the things she said was, don't let him use you to make fun of me, or because he talk about you like a dog. And that was the biggest misconception, because I was the one who came up with the joke. And the joke was really about him. So, she really, really misconstrued it all. But at that point, once she threw out her assumptions and her attack, now I'm in battle mode, because I'm like, first of all, I don't even know what's going on. Second of all, it wasn't an attempt at you, but since you want to go there now, talk about you got screenshots of him disrespecting me, where they at? Because I know nothing about this. He ain't telling me, you ain't telling me, you never told me. If you got him, you never said nothing to me. So, and I guess you feel like that's not your place, but then why bring it up now?
I think you made it clear. I think you stated it earlier what the actual problem really is. You feel me?
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah. I knew that from the break.
And people don't know how to communicate. I'm talking about the point you made when, like, people don't know how to communicate no more.
Right. It takes away all of communication. People are so hell-bent for proof that if you just sit down and communicate, you'll get everything that you need in one whop. You know what I mean? Like, I never knew a person that want to take the crazy way out when you can just squash stuff in one whop. You know what I mean? As an adult, first and foremost. Because I think screenshots are petty and childish. I really do. That's the most childish thing you could do, is sit there and scroll through your phone trying to find a specific message just so you can press two buttons to make it click and stick to your phone only to share it with somebody else. That's too much work, and I hope you're getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
For real, that's too much work when we could just have a conversation.
I think people are scared. People are really scared of conflict, direct conflict.
Right.
and like screenshots and texting and all that. You feel me? Like that face to face.
Yeah. But you got to ask yourself, are you really scared of direct contact, though? Because aren't these the things that can lead up to direct contact, whether you voluntarily ask for it or involuntarily ask for it? It can lead up to direct contact.
Right.
But
So you got to ask yourself these questions. Are you really scared of direct contact? Because this could get your ass whooped. You know that, right? Like, I'm dead serious. It gets that, for real, it gets that far.
But that's
how many fights are over Facebook conversations or social media?
That's communication. People don't know how to communicate. That's
definitely
we've been learning that since we was in school. You feel me? Peer mediation. People don't know how to communicate. So
exactly. These hands have been a form of communication since 1983. I'm just trying to say. That's one we all understand. These hands. That's been a form of communication since we can remember. For real, I get what you're saying, though, not to cut you off, but I get what you mean. Like that, and that's what it goes back to what I said earlier. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes away communication. We're so watered down now. We don't even know how to function as normal people. You know what I mean? We don't even know how to function as normal. We can't even have a conversation. Like, when you say hi, I think you're lying. That's how bad it is. You know what I mean? So, for real, I just, huh?
Or the, hey, girl, I miss you. How you doing? You don't care.
Yes, that's a lie. I feel like you're lying, but hey, you know. But it's really bad now, and you know, I hope, you know, I pray for better days, and I just hope that we just get a grasp on reality, because this stuff right here, like, it's slowly taking us under. There's little stuff. It's just little stuff, and it's pulling us down in a major way. I can't stand it.
You know what I blame it on? You know what I blame it on?
What you blame it on?
People like Sunny.
No, but see, here's let me just end my character before you assassinate it.
No, because Sunny is proud petty, right?
No, I am a proud petty person, but I don't do. But see, here's the thing. I do petty things
that happen. These are the situations that happen when people be petty, because you know.
Shut up. No, Clint.
Right or wrong.
You're right. You are right. But here's where I'm different. I'm petty in a fun way. Like, I'm do petty shit. Like how we had that whole argument that I was too tired to argue with you during the inbox. Like, that's fun petty. I don't do stuff that's petty. That's going to intentionally harm somebody or make somebody else or attack somebody. I don't do
from the group chat to the main Facebook.
No, but I didn't even put your name in there. Me and was laughing. I said, oh, he talking shit. And I said, let's pull his bears out. But that's all jokes and fun. I'm not about to sit there and then you have a serious conversation, Clint, or anybody that I know. Like, I've had, and I'm a big person of this. I don't bring our issues. If we're friends and then you have a hardcore issue that we need to work through, don't put that shit on Facebook. Bitch, you know my number. You know where I live at. And you can call me. Don't fucking put that shit on Facebook. I would never do that to somebody. If I have a problem with somebody that I give a fuck about, I'm not about to put that on Facebook. We're going to have a legitimate conversation that we can talk it through. I'm not about to do that. Like, and I would never do that.
People don't understand. But people don't know how to gauge that like you, son.
No, but that's why I said, like, I'm petty. Like, because I had somebody call me out during the situation me was going through. Somebody called me out about it, and it was like, you know, this, that, and the third about it. They came at me sideways about it, and I said at the end of the day, I spoke my piece because I didn't just talk to me. Yeah, me and my homegirl, I'm a ride for her all day. So now I'm not going to let nobody just verbally attack her and just not say nothing about it. But at the end of the day, I addressed the person too. I addressed the other person too. We had a conversation, and I said what I said to them too. So you don't got to say nothing like. And I said, so contrary to popular belief, I put the shit out on the group because the shit was out in the group. That's why I comment out in the group. But don't get it twisted. I talked to me and I talked to the other party involved. So, like, I'm not about to be shady about it. Like, I can say something, same way I can talk to me, I can talk to this one about it. So it's not like
but here's my point,
that's levels to that.
Here's my point, though. Okay, me and you, we being fun petty.
Yeah.
Okay, Willie come around. He see us being fun petty. He want to be fun petty.
Oh, I've been fun petty.
Now we all being fun petty. Now Mia come around. She want to be fun petty. Mm-hmm. Now it's going to be, okay, who can be pettier than who?
Uh-huh.
Now it gets who can be, it keep going into that cycle, that downward spiral. And then you have this situation like, it all started off fun and games.
Yeah.
You feel me? It always start off fun.
Uh-huh.
Everybody laughing. And the longer it go on, the longer that pettiness continue, it just get worse and worse and worse, and then it's going to bottom out, and this is what you have.
Well, we didn't bottom out. We had fun. We had fun yesterday.
Yeah, and I know when to fold. You see, I got out of there.
So here with the
I seen it. I mean, like, I seen it. I bounced last year. I said, oh, I see it already. I see it coming. I'm out of here. I ain't got time for this. You could see it. Like, the signs was there.
It's always been there, but at the end of the day, like I said, me personally, I'm feeling it for for the last, because like I laugh at, like I said, I just sit there and watch shit happen and just be sitting there like, oh shit, I knew that was gonna happen. Like I done seen meme wars go down. I'm like, oh, so this is what's happening today? They're doing a whole meme war. They think gonna talk to each other. Okay, like I laugh at shit like that because I think it's funny. Like if I'm bored at work and y'all want to go on the meme war today, I'm here for it. I'm in the comments like I'm just here for the comments with the popcorn or sipping my tea because this is about to be a whole petty day and it's all indirect. So I get that. Like, and this is why like I got called out for making indirect posts. I always make indirect posts, but none of my posts be harmful. It just be true. Like okay, so yesterday people was arguing over community dick. And I'm like, first of all, we sign community property. It's when you sign up for community service. Like when you sign up for community dick, is you sign up for community service. So you got to understand that you got certain hours that you got to participate. Like, and then other people got to do it too. So you got to understand that. Like, it's a joke because y'all really sat here and had a whole fucking argument over the same dick. I don't understand. Like, this is to me. Everybody here talking about sex half the time, and y'all everybody curious, and you wonder why you fucking the same person somebody else is. Like, I post pictures like that. Like, oh, it's all fun until you find out y'all fucking the same person. Like, okay, so, like, then y'all, like, I joke like that. Like, I don't be serious because I don't care. I don't care who fucking who in that group.
That's how you, but I'm saying, that's how you perceive it. Everybody don't see it that way.
Yeah, but that's why I said, like, when I post it, I just post it like that.
When you play that game, and you get, I mean, you play, there's a chance you're going to get burnt.
Yeah.
You feel me? When you play that game, there's a chance you're going to get burnt.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's why I tell people, like, what's the point of playing it? Because once you get burnt, what you going to do then? Complain.
I don't care.
And that's all you got now.
Yeah.
You feel me? You seen it coming, and now, you feel me? What? Now what?
That's why I was like, it'd be like that for people in the group. Y'all do sit and then shit hit the fan, and y'all like, oh, I didn't know. Y'all crazy. Like, you have to tell up for that. I mean, you have to be, like I said, you have to be mindful of what you post. I posted on Facebook. Like a couple years back, I posted that something. Matter of fact, I had a conversation with somebody on one of my statuses because, you know, I said something about a female. And it was like, you know, oh, she looked nice or something like that, whatever. You know, I'll probably give her my number, blah, blah, blah. So don't you know somebody went and told my mom that I was bisexual? First of all, so what? Like, first of all, that's my business. Like, you go tell me, like, my mom ain't even on Facebook. And I go to her house, and I'm trying to sit down and drink myself. I went to the store with my mom. Like, oh, I heard you was bisexual. Somebody told me you posted on Facebook. I'm like, what? Like, what? Mom, you ain't even on Facebook. How you hearing about that? And I said, we had a whole conversation about it. But I thought it was funny to me that somebody would tell my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Right. I'm wrong. Like, what are you doing? Like, but that was cute. Like, I don't get, like I said.
When are like, screenshots help?
Huh?
Are there situations where screenshots are necessary or helpful?
Yeah, like when you screenshot a job thing, like I screenshot job shit. Or
no, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that.
Conversations. He's talking about conversations. And I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's helpful for clarification, right? You know, you might say, right. You know, I'm a screenshot this conversation, this part of the conversation, or whatever the case may be, because we're gonna need to revisit this at some point, and we need to both see what was said without having to go scrolling back or have lost it, right? You know, I mean, it's sometimes it's or like, okay, so and I was gonna bring this up, you know, but I think this is a good time to bring it up. I can't think of when it was, but I had a conversation with somebody. It was a long time ago. This was like back when screenshotting was brand new. This was when smartphones that first came out. So me and this person was going back and forth. And anyway, so, you know, my thing was I knew that everything that was being said back and forth was not going to be remembered because, you know, when you're in the heat of battle and you're talking to somebody and you're like, hey, you know, we need to, you know, have a point of reference, right? You know, basically like this is how you was feeling, this is how I was feeling, and this is going to be our point of reference. I took a screenshot of that mug and said, look, come back to it later like, look, this is what we was going through, and this is what we were saying. So now that we're clear, you know, either it was a miscommunication or it was a difference of opinion or whatever the case may be, it's a point of reference. And sometimes it can be helpful so then people can come back and say, you know what, yeah, you know what, I see where you was going now or whatever. Because, and this was the thing, is that text messaging, emailing, Facebook messaging, whatever you're doing, DMing, sometimes that stuff can be taken out of context, even with the people that you're talking to, that you're directly talking to. And, you can, the tone of the messages can be misunderstood. The intentions of the messages can be misunderstood. I had a conversation with somebody recently, and, and I'm trying to explain myself about a situation, and luckily the person understood. But the thing is, it could have been taken out of context. They could feel like, oh, well, you trying to inch your way out of something, or you trying to add something to the situation, and that can happen in a text message because nobody can understand your tone or your inflections. You don't have the benefit of voice and tone, right? Because the thing is that text is text. It's just black and white. It is what it is. It's up for interpretation. It's up for discussion. So being able to have a point of reference and saying, okay, yeah, this is what was said, but this is what I meant, or this is what was said, and this is where we should have gone, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it is helpful, and sometimes it can be a good point of reference. So long as you're not. My thing is, if you're not going to use the message to condemn somebody or to throw somebody under the bus or whatever the case may be, then it's fine. Like you said, you can use it for.
A screenshot not too long ago about the guy that was talking to you about the podcast. And, we do that. You send them in, like, this person said this about the podcast. That's great. Blah, 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 and third. Like, it's not being listen, just giving us information because we don't know that they sent you a message talking about whether they like the podcast or not or something like that. Like, we don't know that, so you're sharing it with us. So, like, I think in those instances, it's fine. And like Willie said, you can have conversations with somebody you dealing with, and they say some shit, and you're like, no, remember you said this? And wait a minute, I got the screenshot. Let me scroll on up here, put this in here, because you said this. Like, now you time to go back on your word. So that's, like, it's situations where it's okay. Like Willie said, to reiterate that, it's how it's the intent behind what you're doing.
Right, exactly. And, and the thing is, if everybody's in on it, everybody's discussing it, then it's good. It's okay. Like Mia said, it's it hurts a lot less when you know about it. When you know about it, and
know about it,
right? Or it might not even hurt at all because you can say, hey, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Mia.
Go ahead, Willie. That's Willie or Clint?
No, it
was me. Yeah.
Go ahead, Willie.
No, I was just saying that the thing is that it's all about that intent. It might not hurt at all because you might feel like, hey, thank you for bringing this up, or okay, I feel you now, or whatever the case may be. It just gives you that, when you know about it, it does make it okay to a point.
Yeah. My thing is, don't try to tell on somebody else or try to make somebody else seem bad for sharing information with you when you're doing the same thing. Like, you can't be mad. You can't make me, first of all, I wasn't mad at that. I was just mad that they didn't reach out to me first. Like, you telling everybody else, it was so easy for you to screenshot somebody else. I mean, not screenshot, but share with other people. Why was it so hard for you to come in my inbox and say that to me? Because it's about me. You know what I mean? So why was that so hard? And then once it's out there and once I know about it, now I'm the bullier. Now I'm the angry bull who kicking up dust because I want to know why you sharing my personal BI around around the town basically without saying something to me. And she secluded back, but it was already too late because you done put it out there when all you had to do was come to me, and then I would have got with him, and I probably wouldn't have messed with you no more either, but I would have got with him the way that I needed to get with him because, which I did that anyway, but it's just the point. If you came to me and not shared it with other people first, and then later on if we wanted to share it in a group or something like that just to prove a point about his actions, that would have been fine. But I feel like it's something about me. Why not let me know? Or why threaten to let me know? Because that's what she was doing. She was basically like doing the Jocelyn thing to Carly Red, like trying to hang something over my head and make everybody interested. And then when people were interested, she would seclude back as if she don't really got nothing, but she just saying that. But it's like she has something, but don't threaten me with words that I already wrote. I know what I said. And that goes back to that Mimi. I know what I said. You're not holding nothing over my head because if I put it out there, that's what I meant at the time. So you being scared to show me something I done already wrote, that's crazy. really weird, y'all. I got out of there. I was like, oh no. But yeah, that's that's my take on screenshots. I just feel like they do more harm than good. The feature was applied to our phones for a reason. So some things, I can take away from screenshotting. Some things I can take away, but majority of the things I rather not. You know what I mean? Because it can go way left for no reason over words.
Yeah. Like I said many times, I know I threatened to screenshot people. That is one guy. He was married, all up in my inbox, acting crazy like he wasn't married. Just a bunch of nonsense.
That's
and
what it helps.
And I made a post a while back, like if you married or with somebody that got just extra, like don't fucking inbox me, because if I screenshot and send it to her, I don't want to hear nothing, because then that becomes, oh, you messing with. I remember, I don't know if I told y'all, I got an email about this girl. So this girl emailed me for talking to her dude a year prior. Mind you, I was pregnant with my son at the time. So I'm like, when she emailed me, I'm like, what? And she's like, he's messing with my fiance. Apparently they were engaged and everything when me and him was talking. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm pregnant. What are you talking? Like, it's a whole year after, like, I think it was a year and a half after the fact. And I'm like, I haven't talked to that guy, and we didn't even sleep together. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know he was engaged. Thank you for telling me, but I haven't talked to him in forever. She said, no, because I was just going through, and I had checked his emails, and I saw y'all had been talking through Hangouts and blah, blah, blah. Like, I knew the guy. We talked years and years ago, and he happened to work near my job, and we could see each other all the time. But, like, you well past your time, sweetheart. Like, people do that. So to deflect from myself, I feel like I was accused of sleeping with somebody for a whole year that I didn't even never had sex with. I had to go make fake pages so she could inbox me all the time. She was emailing me left and right, and I'm like, I didn't even see what the dick look like. So I need to know what it look like. Why am I arguing over something that I ain't never get? So, like, for that reason, this is why I was threatening to do screenshots. But, like, I look at it now, like, it's too much, because people are going to believe what they want to believe, but it's not just got proof or not. At the end of the day, you can have proof saying that this person is fucking this person, or whatever the hell is going on, but people still going to deal with them, so it don't even make no sense. It's just going back to the same nonsense for no reason, and people just get caught up in that and trying to prove a point. At the end of the day, you can prove that he's fucking you too, but guess what? He's still going to try. If he could fuck both of y'all, he's going to do it.
Right. And that's what I told her in the video. Like, at the end of the day, we could have been getting together and calling his ass out, but you rather attack me, and that's what kills me. That should be the next topic. Like, why do you attack the woman? I don't know. I never understood that, but I get it. But I never understood it. But yeah, that's for next time on Dragon Ball Z. But no, I really don't get down with the screenshots. Like I said, when I screenshot, it's because I'm trying to save something of importance, and I just want to keep it in my phone, and I want to be able to have access to it without having to log in to anything or whatever. I'll just screenshot it and have it on my home screen, ready, available for use. But like Red said, in her cases where people try to talk to you and they know they have significant others, I don't think I would go as far as to reach out. I mean, I'll tell you once or twice, stay out my inbox, but there's also the block button. So once you keep going in my inbox, you will be blocked. I'm not going to go as far as to let your wife know, because she has no idea what you're doing. And, life already kicking her ass, because look at the type of husband she got. So, I'm not going to go any further and jab you. I let God deal with that, But if somebody of that caliber gets in my inbox, he will be blocked, That's what I
don't understand. That's one thing I don't understand. Like, with knowing that people screenshot shit, right? Why, if you're married, why would you go in somebody's inbox?
Because people don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
It's like, shout out to the late great Dick Gregory, the day his birthday. One of his favorite things he used to always say is, what type of fool is you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what type of fool is you? Like, you know, like, so when that happens, sometimes I'll be like, all right, that was foul. They shouldn't screenshot it. But so what? You know what I mean? He knew better. Some situations you know better. If you know, I mean, don't do it. So if you get caught up in something because you were that stupid.
That's what I don't like when guys do dumb or people do dumb shit and they get caught up for shit like that. Like, I'm not bothering.
Yeah, I mean, about to say what?
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes to the mindset of a cheater, right? Is that they think that because, you know, there's that chance that they won't get caught, or they think that the person on the other end is not going to tell or not going to go that out of the way to do anything like that. You know what I mean? Then that's why they would attempt something like that. Testing the waters. That's another thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. I don't think even in this day and age with how small this world is, how many people cross paths and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you've seen stories of people, you know, cheating in the same town. You know, a guy got a family on one side of town and another family on the other side of town. They could meet up somewhere in the middle, but you know, he take his chances, and it's worked for decades. You know what I'm saying? So it's the mindset. You know, the mindset of will he get caught or not? And if he's not gonna get caught, then he'll keep doing it, and it might get bolder. You know, you're seeing that now with a lot of the stuff that you see on the what they call it, the little rumor shows and the things like with the guy right now that's getting in trouble about his escapades. You know, he kept doing it because he wasn't getting caught. He kept doing it, kept going after it.
Weinstein.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Weinstein. Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, it just kept getting bolder and bolder. It started off with groping and kissing, and you know, now this one lady, she this model, she said that he tried to get her to do a threesome, tried to force her into a threesome, and this was only a couple years ago. You know, and that tells you and they got pictures of her and his wife together, so she know his wife. She hang with his wife because his wife is at all the shows she at, doing all the things she doing. He didn't care because he figured he wasn't going to get caught, you know. Yeah. And now that his wife found out the truth, now she's leaving him. So it's like the people who do stuff like that is because,
Kevin Hart.
You know, Kevin Hart. He didn't think he was going to get caught. He said that was his rib, but he got caught with his fingers in another rib box, you know. So in a chicken box, he got caught with his fingers. He was on one side eating ribs, on the other side eating chicken. So, you know, he got caught up in
But that goes back to knowing what you're dealing with, too. That girl knew what she was dealing with, and you lose them how you get them.
And to speak to Mia's point about telling or not telling, you know, that's the other thing that cheaters depend on, is that the person on the one side, on the side where they cheating at, they depended on that person not to tell. And that's usually what happens, is that most people aren't bold enough to tell, especially when they know you cheating, when they know you doing wrong, because they feel like your significant other is already suffering enough to not have to know that you out here in these streets making
and
her look
not only
strong.
that,
so
when the person know that you cheating, like say if the side chicks know you cheating, you gonna go confront the girl for what? Because you knew about her, so you just as wrong. You equally wrong because you knew about her. So you going to go confront the girl, show her screenshots, show her, you know, all the text messages y'all did back and forth, but you knew about her. So you telling on him for what? You better hope he don't tell on you first, because I've seen men, they tired of cheating, and they sit their girl down, and they have a sit down, and they let the cat out the bag. And now here come the woman come looking for you because the girl, the boyfriend or the husband done told that, hey, I slept with such and such.
Right.
And they got that right because they have a commitment to each other.
Chick off. Now she mad.
Yeah. We'll rat the side chick out because, you know, it's levels to that. Especially when you married, you come clean or you going to get wiped clean, you know? And especially if she already got proof. So they sit down and they tell it all because they just want to fix what's broken.
Yeah.
And, you know, they come out with it. And next thing you know, wife looking for the little concubine. She looking for the little mistress, you know, because He done sat down and told.
And I agree. I agree. That's definitely not a good look. You know, going out there trying to confront a person that is, you know,
right. Your husband is supposed to be loyal to you, not nobody else.
Right, your wife or your husband the one that ruined that marriage. That had nothing to do with them, with the side chick or the side guy. You know, it had nothing to do with them. You know, people get that twisted. You know, and that's what
if I find out my husband is my best friend, we fight.
I mean, we might have to have this conversation in another show, but I mean that's the thing.
Right.
Do you get mad at your best friend because they slept with your wife or your husband, and y'all supposed to be tight, right? You know, it's like
mad at
them, or you get mad at the.
I'm mad at both,
you know, or do you get mad at both? Right? You know, it's like what do they owe you versus. Exactly.
It depends on.
No, it don't depend on shit. That's your best friend. The bitch probably was, or the dude was probably in your wedding. At the wedding, and you fucking my mate. No, you catching all of these hands.
Right.
But
it's so different. It's so different in the marriage. That's one of the reasons why I'm married, because some of the stuff you gotta go through and put up with in a marriage, and you don't have to put up with anything because there's always divorce, but you take vows, you know. So even if your husband or your wife do the dirtiest of the lowest of the dirtiest of things, you still have that obligation to try to get through that. You know what I mean? So it's different with a marriage as opposed to a boyfriend. Boyfriend could be gone. But if you my husband and you slept with my best friend, we have to go through some serious counseling, boot camp, plus I need to go box in a boxing match, and we gonna have to go through it before I can fully ever trust you again. And it still probably won't be the same. And then that's probably when I'll take the road less traveled, and that's divorce, because sometimes you can't wrap your mind around forgiving this person. Even though you're trying to forgive them, it's still popping in your head that they did the worst betrayal, like sleeping with a friend, because now you done lost a friend. You know what I mean? Now you done lost a friend, somebody
I lost a friend
that you probably done walked through life with, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I lost a friend and a wife that day. Like, I can't. That's too much. That cut deep. You feel me? Because you know what I mean. Now, even if she sleep with somebody I don't know, I still might not take you back. First of all, you know what I mean.
Right, that's men.
But ultimately, a woman should be that way too.
I'm that way.
That's what I tell my sisters. That's what I tell I'm training my daughter. Like, don't believe that nonsense out there that you got to put up with. You know what I mean? Fight too. You supposed to, that's some bullshit. You feel me? No, you don't gotta be nobody. No Matt. You know what I mean? Like, hell no. Don't let nobody walk over you. That's stupid.
I think that's subjective. I think that's subjective because some people do feel like in Mia's case, they feel that the sanctity of marriage should be upheld to the ultimate limits, right? You should go to the furthest limits you can go to. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that you have some people feel like it should be the ultimate thing, and you have some people feel like hey, I can do bad all by myself, that kind of thing. So. It's always subjective, and then it might be the circumstance. I mean, I felt that way about marriage. I did. I felt like it should be the ultimate thing. It should be like we should go to the ends of the earth to make this thing work. But the thing is, there's certain things that can't be forgiven. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's certain things that can't be overlooked.
It depends on the dynamic of your relationship with your husband or wife. It depends on how far are you willing to go? How in depth are you willing to go for this person? Because there's some people that get married and you're not. You go through something and you just like, I can't see myself fighting for this person. You know what I mean? I just can't see myself fighting for this person, or what they have done has caused me to not look at them the same way. So I can't see myself investing the rest of my life into this person. So you do get a divorce. That's why divorce exists. Because what you thought, nobody's perfect, and nobody knows all the answers. What you thought you could have done, you can't do, So that's why divorce is an option. But I just feel like when you get married, though, You try all that you can before, divorce is even on the table. If you haven't exhausted all your options on trying to make it work, I feel like, you shouldn't have got married in the first place. Because I just feel like marriage is that effort.
My thing is going into the marriage, that should already be like
right. It should already be in place.
We already know.
You should already know that.
You cheat on me. It's over. There's no let's talk about it. It's no I forgive you. Yeah, go ahead. But bye. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I know, yeah. That's how I am. I can forgive you, but I can't forget. That's my problem. I remember. I don't remember a lot. I got a bad memory. I don't remember a lot, but I remember some things. And when I can still remember it, then that's enough for me. I don't need to remember no more. That's good. I'm good. I'm straight.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like I don't think you. You know what I mean? Don't think you can't be replaced.
Right.
And
that's the biggest misconception of people. But even I just hate going off topic because I feel like we got so much to talk about, and y'all done probably talked about this stuff already. So y'all need to have me on the blog more. On the radio more with y'all at different intervals because this.
We would do that. We will do that,
right.
Mia. You are more than welcome to come back. You're more than welcome to join us. We are definitely going to definitely keep you on speed dial. And because we got about 4 more minutes, so we need to wrap this up. Sunny, take us out of here.
Yes. But it's definitely me. I got to get you for the ladies show because you have to do another round table because you got to pick these guys out at least one of these days and get our thing going.
Have a girls' popping night, a ladies' night.
Sure.
Yeah, but thank you guys. Thank you for joining us, Mia. Thank you guys for listening right now. We have to wrap this show. I hope you guys been entertained with slight pettiness on the behalf of Clint, or what should I say, by way of Clint. All his statements he did today. He threw hella shade at me. I love you though. I understand. I'm sorry. I will never screenshot you again because you are the love of my life. Check us out every Thursday at 10 p.m. on blogtalkradio.com/G.F.T Radio. We are live. Grab some GFT merch. Go onto our Facebook page. Hit that shop now and go get some shirts. You can go, if you don't go there, go on teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio and get you some merch. Guys, want to get back to your info?
Get me some.
Y'all can hit me up on my blogs at akingstruth.com. Hit me up on Twitter at eTrentonGroomy. I'm everywhere.
Willie?
Go ahead, Mia.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, if you guys want to follow me, I am Zsamia Watson on Facebook, and I am Z is Me on Snapchat and Instagram. That's all I have. And Z is Me on Twitter as well. But I'm never on there, but you can go on there if you want to.
She owns everything she's tweeted.
Yes, I own everything I tweeted, which is nothing. No.
Well, this is your boy Willie Styles. Definitely get at me at Willie Styles. That's STYLEZ. I'm at Willie Styles on Instagram, Facebook, on Twitter, a little bit of everything out there. WillieStyles.info for all my links. Oh, and I'm Willie.Styles on Snapchat. So get at me. I'm out here in these streets.
Yes, and of course you got last but least, I am Sunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Catch me on my blog, unreservedlyme.com. And check out our Facebook page and our website, gftradioshow.com. Thank you guys for listening tonight.
iTunes.
Bye.
SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. Yes, go there.
Google Play Music. We out here.
Google Play Music. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, forgot about that one. My bad. But thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Catch us in 7 days. Join the conversation.
Mia, don't hang up.
I'm not.